What's up, guys? We are back in the Raptor on a work day. We are about 2 hours from home on a project that we're in Stanton, Texas. It's kind of Midland, Odessa area, for those of you kind of familiar with Texas a little bit. Gonna go look at a roof. We're on a project. We're currently doing a bathroom remodel and a bunch of spray foam for this guy, and we're adding 2 restrooms. So quite a bit of work for this guy. We're down here in Stanton. We're gonna be here for off and on a couple more weeks. I got a call about a roof that we did a couple years ago, I think 4 or 5 years ago now. They called and said they have a leak. So we're gonna go look at that. The fact that it was like 4 years later down the road, the coating, the liquid system that we did, it would have been leaking the whole time. So it probably damaged by hail or whatever the case is, but I have a 10-year warranty on my roofs. So we're gonna go look at that and hope it is a hail claim for a roof so we can do a project on the books. It's a 30,000 square foot building. It's pretty large. I believe it's a 150 by 200 size building. And it's definitely a big boy. So hopefully it is a claim, like I said, to where it's one of those things that we get up there, they do an insurance claim, the insurance says it's totaled out, they pay them, we get the customer fixed up, nobody's out of pocket, and we make a good chunk of change. So we're gonna swing by and look at that. The Raptor's doing phenomenal. Pulled a scissor lift all the way from Lubbock to here. If you don't have the trailer balance, this thing squats like crazy, obviously, with the Fox suspension on it. If you have the trailer balanced, it actually drives pretty well. Like, I didn't have any issues with road walking or anything. My 2017 Raptor, I did have quite a bit of issues with that because the front end was so light, and I think the fenders are actually a little bit wider, a bigger wind sill, essentially. So this one pulls a lot better. Definitely doesn't have the power. If you're going to pull up a hill or something, you really got to shift down and get the RPMs up in order to even maintain mile an hour. So definitely not ideal pulling rig, but it works okay for what I need. It's been a great truck. I have no complaints on it so far. I fixed a bunch of random shit that was broken, like this air vent here. This air vent was broken off. I fixed it. I still need to fix the speedo. It's still showing that it's 10 miles an hour off. So I'm actually going like 75. But I need to fix the speedo, and then the tailgate. I fixed the tailgate. The backup, the rear emblem. I need a new emblem on there. I'll probably order one of those this weekend and just get that fixed up. Slowly kind of piece this thing back together to restore it to its natural beauty. But anyway, I'll kind of give you guys a little run through on this roof whenever we get up there, and just kind of a general first 2,000 miles in the Raptor. I'll kind of do a general overview on it, what I like, what I don't like, and kind of spit some information during that time. So the supervisor actually met me on the roof, so I was not able to film any of it. He had the hard hat on the whole gig, so I wanted to be pretty professional. Hauling ass back to town right now. Driving on a absolutely terrible road. I mean, there's just potholes everywhere, and the Raptor's just loving it. I mean, it's seriously, like, what you hear chattering is keys up there. And this road is terrible. So, loving the Raptor so far. The V8 just never gets old, honestly. It sounds great. I know the speedo is still off. It's so frustrating. But we're out in Mexico. The speedo's completely wrong. Obviously, I'm going the speed limit. And it just sounds so good. So it is it's a joy to drive. Great economy vehicle. This thing gets amazing gas mileage. Definitely recommend it if you're like into Priuses and stuff. But no, being serious, guys, honestly, this thing's a total package, and it came out in 2011. I don't regret my trade-in / purchase at all. I actually really enjoy this thing. It's smooth. I mean, I'm going fast enough, and it is just coasting along on a terrible road. There's just literally bumps everywhere, and honestly, this thing drives smoother than my 2021 did. So, just kind of wanted to give you guys, you know, the overall impression. There's not a whole lot of videos of this truck out there, so I'd love to kind of give some in-depth stuff on like a stock Raptor. I mean, this thing is essentially stock besides the intake and the exhaust, as far as I know. So it's kind of a good comparison start, and it only has 80,000 miles on it, 84,000. So it still's driving like a brand new truck. Transmission's crisp, everything is good. Super pleased with the truck. So just gonna cap off my day. I still gotta go look at another roof about an hour away, and it is 3 p.m. So I got a lot more left I gotta do today. Already on to my second Red Bull and second Gatorade. So we're on our way to the full work day. I'll have a few other videos for you guys. I'm gonna put out some videos from like 0 to 60s and like some of those things, so that I can do it before and after whenever I do a 5-star tune on it. But I have to get the speedo fixed first, because the speedo is off by like a lot, and it's not even accurate to do like an acceleration test, because you really don't even know how fast the truck's going. So as soon as I get that fixed, which maybe I'm hoping it's just like a quick little reset that a body shop can do for me. I'm thinking they're gonna have to take this glass off to literally move that needle over like a click. Like, I think they're gonna have to like click it down to 0, because the factory reset doesn't work on it. So it's literally pegged out, but it's at 10 miles an hour, and I don't understand that. But in order to do that, I don't know if I need it, but the dealership still has the other key. Back in 2011, Ford started their My Key system that has, you can set like top speed governors, limiters, like all this other stuff on the My Key system. This road is absolutely terrible. It's ridiculous. On the My Key system, and it can limit it. So I just want to make sure that it's not that I just need that other key and it goes to 0. Like, I've never used that system before, so I would be upset if I took it to a body shop and they're like, yeah, it's probably your key, and I end up having to pay them $150 for diagnostics. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the Raptor. Absolutely loving the truck. I don't regret it at all. Anybody that's leaning towards getting a first gen Raptor, that as long as it's clean, I stress that because I drove a Raptor that was beat to shit, and it was a terrible experience, but it was just because the shocks needed redone, the outside looked rough. It just did not look like a truck you wanted to own unless you were like completely ranching or working out of it and wanted a cheap vehicle. But any of these Gen 1s, these 6.2s have proven to be bulletproof. I've seen stuff with over 240,000 miles on them, 250,000 miles on them, and they're still running strong on the same engine and same transmission. So these things are essentially bulletproof, which is what Ford wanted it to be, which is why this thing probably didn't have 500 horsepower from the factory, so that it could keep up the longevity of it. Well, I only have 84,000 miles on it, so I feel like it gives me a sense of reassurance that this thing's gonna run damn good for at least another 80,000 miles. And honestly, if I end up keeping it that long, I'm probably just gonna keep it forever. So I'm excited about it. Couple things that I'd love to do for it still, that, you know, in the horizon, and I hope I have kind of like a progress build on this truck. But I want to end up with a Roush blower and make this a Roush stage 2 truck, and have the blower boost gauge right here. And like I said in a previous video, I know that the Whipple is better, more efficient, blah blah blah. I just want a Roush Raptor. It's like a goal of mine. I just want to have a Roush supercharger on a Ford Raptor. I don't care for it to be the fastest Ford Raptor, because as far as I'm concerned, there's hardly any, if any, supercharged trucks that are in Lubbock, supercharged first gen Raptors, that aren't like 60, 50-year-old men that I know of, that maybe their truck would never even like get on it anyway. So I just want a Roush blower to put on it, so I can get the supercharger whine and pick up that extra 100 horse that they advertise with it. and then get it tuned on 93 so I can actually really enjoy this truck. Because, you know, even I'm going to tune it first, and then I'll have to go for a revision once I get a supercharger on there, obviously. But with the tune, people are like, oh, you don't, you know, you gain 15, 20 horse with the tune. Yeah, you're probably right, but it also increases your drivability range on your, this road is ridiculous, guys. So it's honestly, the truck drives great. It's not like all bouncy and shit. It's just, this road is absolutely terrible. I mean, different levels of asphalt here. This thing's just coasting. And I'm going fast enough. So, I just want a Roush blower. So we'll tune it first. The way with the tune, that what I was talking about is you get more usable power in the RPM range whenever you are tuned on 93. Even though you don't see a lot of gains, you get a lot of gains in the RPM band that you normally wouldn't have. And then also I want the transmission tuned, because people don't realize how much look at this road. I mean, there's pothole. It rained crazy through here not too long ago. Made the road absolutely terrible. Anyway, what people don't understand is how good God damn, it's like I'm off-roading at 100 miles an hour. It's crazy. Look, in my 21, it'd be bucking me all over the place. So like, it still is pretty wild. Like, this thing's solid. Anyway, with the tune, transmission tuning, people don't understand how nice that is to have. Once you have your transmission tuned, even on these 6-speeds, it makes a world of difference. The shift points, the shift firmness, all of that. Once you dial that in, you'll never want to drive a stock transmission again, because you understand the potential of the transmission in the car. So a lot of exciting things. If you guys want to see anything specific, comment on the video. I'd love to get a video out for you guys on this truck. Soon to have one on the ST again. I'll be ripping that probably at the end of this week, and I'll get a video for you guys on that as well. So yeah, man, you know, like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I really do appreciate you guys. I never would have thought I'd have 10,000 subscribers, which I owe that mostly to the ST. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm constantly trying to think of a way that I can integrate more content for you guys. It's just hard with work, with what I do. It's just not very entertaining to sit there and watch. So we'll get over that in the next video, kind of the work projects, and get an overview of that as well while we're whipping around the ST. Appreciate you guys.